Happy Friday's Eve. Galactic Brittany back at it. Day 4 of my 21-day fast. Lots of awesome things are happening. My daughter was just giggling and laughing. I was able to get her in a good mood this morning because she's not a fan of school. And then I put on some affirmations that, spoken affirmations you can get from YouTube, where they say it and then you repeat it. And she started repeating them with me. She usually makes fun of me, but she just didn't say nothing and just started repeating them along. And I'm like, well, that's nice. Isn't that interesting, right? I didn't make a big deal about it. I was just let her do it, because if I make a big deal about it, she'll stop. So I just enjoyed it inside. But speaking of my affirmations I was doing, they're ones that I did maybe 2 years ago. I used to do them every day in the morning. And some of them I did really get them instilled in me, because one of them is, I have radiant positive energy, or something like that, or people are attracted to my energy. And almost everybody I meet, especially some positive people, they're always like, I love your energy. I love your energy. So I truly believe affirmations work. They may not work as fast as you want to, but then look back at some of the affirmations after a year or so and see what's changed. I mean, if I take the time to look back, I'll probably find even more things. Like when I used to live in North Carolina and I had an apartment by myself, every decoration I had in there was of the beach. I had this big wave poster I got when I used to work at PacSun in the mall. I was able to take that home and I put that on my wall. But everything was beach. And I lived in the middle of North Carolina, not a beach. It's just, I was 3.5 hours away from the beach, 3.5 hours away from the mountains. And me and my friend, my best friend, we would take day trips to the beach. We would drive all the way to the beach for the day and drive all the way back. I mean, I love the beach. And it's I don't know how, but now I live 10 minutes away from the beach. I live in Florida. I live where the palm trees are. All of the decorations that were in my apartment, I now live in a place like that. So, and I wasn't even trying to do anything, but I like to say I manifested this with that, and wasn't even knowing what I was doing. So yeah, I think I had that realization not that long ago, and I was like, whoa, didn't even think about that. But yeah, so fun things are happening. I didn't do much last night. I was sort of tired. I did go and run 2 miles yesterday at my lunch break, so I think that probably wore me out, and I didn't sit down. I stood up doing I've made my desk a makeshift adjustable desk, which is I'll have to show you guys this later, until I can get me one. The company I work for sells them. I just haven't gotten around to buying one. But I stood up all day while I was working on the computer, because it's a lot better for me. If I sit down every day, my body tells me, and so I gotta listen to my body. Body says don't do that. But yeah, so the fast is going good still. Not watching anything. And I'm noticing my thoughts and everything, and I just feel lighter almost, from not watching things like that, even though it doesn't ever feel like I'm really doing anything. But there are probably a lot of negative things I'm putting in my brain, not even realizing it, so as they say, garbage in, garbage out, and I'm not putting that garbage in right now, and so I'm getting a lot of positive out, which is amazing. But I have an intention that through this fast, I am going to be opened up to the powers that I have, the abilities. I mean, I've already turned into Galactic Brittany. Thinking about changing it to Galactic Warrior Brittany. Let me know what you think about that. I don't want to be, I feel like I've just changed my name and now I'm going to change it again. I don't know if that's too much, but I got inspired by my buddy, my nephew, Red Pill. He was talking yesterday, and just something he said, and I was like, should add warrior to it. Because I did before I was truly awake, over a year ago, almost maybe a year from right now, I did a reading with she was a psychic medium, and she's really nice, but she told me that she could just see me being the superhero of the story, a warrior and everything, and that came back up, and she said she just sees me as like this superhero of this story, just taking care of things and I'm so glad even if it was BS, who cares? It got that vision of me, just like in my profile picture of me being a superhero in the superhero stance and everything. So that is now a vision in my mind of myself, and I feel like I'm definitely getting into that position. So I don't know, there's some crazy stuff, also some crazy, if you want to call, conspiracy stuff. Like I wish I could have taken a video, but there was this cloud, straight line cloud going all the way across the sky, maybe known as possibly a chemtrail, but they say those aren't true. But this one, I wish I could have taken a video or a picture. I showed my soul family because I was on a Zoom call with them, and it was nuts. And I ain't joking. The next day, we got rain. Florida, during February and March, doesn't really rain. So what you think about that? Isn't that interesting? There's a lot of things that are just so interesting. But, who knows? It's just nuts. If you go down some rabbit holes, just be careful. Don't get too deep in them at too fast. It's a lot for our brains to take in. Especially because a lot of our brains have been shut off. A lot of this, they only say we use like 1% of our brain. Just think if we opened up to what's going on, going on in here. And just think of if once we open up what's going on in here in our brain, then you'll be opened up to what's really going on in the world too. Nuts. I just think back a year ago. I thought I was awake, I was on my spiritual journey, law of attraction, positive affirmations. And then I watched the fall of Cabal, and oh my God, my world blew up. So if you watch that, you probably won't find it on YouTube. You have to watch it on BitChute or Rumble or somewhere like that. But if you watch it, take your time. Don't do like I do and binge watch it, and then go into a depression, because it's like the stages of grief almost I went through. I needed to go through it, but I don't know if I needed to go through it as fast as I did. But do what you feel is right. Pray about it. I didn't even know before I started that video what I was even getting into. I don't know. If I would have known, I might have not watched it. So that's probably good. Well, that's my ramblings for the day. Kobe's sitting on my lap today. He loves sitting in my lap. Yes, he does. This is my buddy. He's my little sidekick. I'm the superhero, and this is my superhero sidekick. It's Wonder Dog. Super Dog, whatever you want to call him. He's so funny. Anyways, well, I love you all. I'm sending lots of love and light to everybody, because I know there's a lot of people out there that need it. With all the stuff going on. Look at that beautiful sun. Just feel it. It's nice. We're actually a little cold here today. I guess this might be that rain brought in a cold front that made up rain, and So 66 degrees. I know y'all saying if you're anywhere else in the world, you're like 66 degrees ain't cold, but Florida it is. Especially for it to have been like 88 degrees yesterday. But yeah, so I love you all. I'm sending you lots of love and light. If you don't mind, please share, comment, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Oh man, it sounded like an old person, but whatever. I got an old soul, so there you go. All that jazz. Alright, and try to find something to laugh about today. Laughing is amazing. I'll have to tell y'all about laughter yoga one day. That right there, best kind of yoga you can do. It's nuts, but it's fun. Great workout too for the abs. Alright, well, y'all have a wonderful day.